I just want to ask you this question, and I'm just curious on what your thoughts are on it. Maybe it's come up before, maybe it hasn't, but will you leave your kids an inheritance?
I've thought about this. This is really interesting. And you're talking about from, I'm guessing you're in the perspective of making it easy for them when
Yeah, like I mean,
we
will there
pass.
be a yeah? I mean, will there be a trust? Will they get anything? I so I went back and forth on this, and I'll let you kind of talk first, and then I'll maybe chime in a little bit.
I think the big ticket here is not giving them everything they want and not being super overprotective through their young years and even their young married college years, letting them struggle, making them they have to earn their own way. They
Mm-hmm.
have to work hard. At that point, I'm okay leaving an inheritance. But
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of it where they're coddled, they're taken care of, they're taken care of, they're taken care of, and then they leave an inheritance. You're like, if they hadn't gotten that, would they even survive? And the answer usually is like, no, they just wouldn't know what to do. So I think with the right setup, the right process, and making sure all the learning lessons are in play, I would say yes. Personally, I've thought of this a lot. I would rather leave like a business that needs to be run,
Mm-hmm.
or they need to go figure out how to sell it if they want to, move on with their life, or something that involves some level of work or ownership, instead of
Right.
just like, hey, here's 500K cash for you, or 3 million cash that you're going to get through the next 10 years. I've had family members that have had that, and it's a disaster. It's
Mm-hmm.
an absolute disaster. I have yeah, I don't want to get into specifics, but a lot of trust money, and they've had the hardest life. I mean, the most trouble, the worst marriages, the most troubled kids. They just don't. It's really sad. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I thought about. So there's a piece of me, like initially the piece of me is like, man, my kids aren't getting anything. They can earn their own way type thing. And then after I maybe slow down and think about it a little bit, um, I think there's some value in certain aspects, if it's education, helping with that, because you see some kids when they come out of school with a bunch of college debt, like that really sets you back. Like if you come out of school with 60K in debt, like that really limits your possibilities. If school is the right thing. Like I don't know if we'll see we'll see how expensive a 4 year education is by the time my kids get there. But at the rate it's going right now, it's just the benefit you're getting from it maybe isn't worth what you're putting into it. And so I kind of look at, what are the things that are maybe better them. I've also thought about like even like a way for them to leverage something. So,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's a trust or something that they don't actually have access to, but they can leverage it to go get a loan or something else. So there's kind of a little bit of help, but not direct, and they can't screw it up. And well, I mean, they could screw it up, but they can't just go blow it on whatever. Um,
Yeah.